So I'm coming to you with this video today because I get a lot of questions about how do I track my food, how do I know how much fat I'm eating, and all those other good things. So I'm gonna show you today what I use. By the way, this is not my phone, this is one of my kids' phones. So I use this app called MyFitnessPal on my cell phone. And it could be a little complicated using it at first, so I'm gonna walk you through the steps of how to use it. So the first thing it's gonna do, it's gonna ask you to sign up. I already have an account, but for the purposes of showing you guys how it works on this video, I'm gonna start from scratch. So we're gonna hit the sign up button, and it's gonna take you through a series of questions. So first I wanna sign up with my email. So it's gonna ask you, what is your goal? So my goal is to lose weight. And then it asks, how active are you? So even if you are active, if you're trying to lose weight, I suggest putting lightly active. At least that's what I do. And I am a female. And when was I born? Here, let's just put, let's see, December 31st, 1974. That's not my real birthday, but that sounds good. So we put in December 31st, 1974. And where do I live? I live in the United States. So hit the check on that. Okay, and my zip code, let's do 85213. That's not really my zip code, but let's just go with that. Okay, and so now we go to the arrow at the top to proceed. All right, how tall am I? I am 5'7". Wonder how did it know that? It's already in there. How much do I weigh? Currently, I weigh 187 pounds. Okay, and then it says, what is my goal weight? My goal weight is 165. All right, and then go back up to the top and hit the arrow button to proceed. Okay, what is your weekly goal? Well, I would love to lose about 2 pounds a week. You can choose whichever you like, but it's healthy to lose between 2 and 4 pounds a week. It's safe, so let's do 2 pounds a week. Says I may want to consider a less aggressive start. Yeah, I'm good. So now let's proceed again. And it wants to know email and password to finish signing in. So I'm gonna go off camera and input that information in right now. Okay, so I put in my, I put in my account information, like my email and username and all that other stuff. And so this is what popped up after creating that. Congratulations. So it says that my net calorie goal is gonna be 1,200 calories and that I should lose 9.6 pounds by June 28th. All right, so then we hit continue. And I don't want them to send me information on my activity. And send me notifications. Let's hit don't for right now. Let's disable step tracking. Okay. So, the first thing you're going to do today is add your entries of your food. That's the next screen that pops up. But we're gonna skip that part for right now because we need to go in and do some customizing of this app. So we hit skip and we don't wanna try premium. So we're gonna hit skip again. Okay, this is the page we wanna be at. So it has your goal, which is 1,200 calories. It has the amount of food that you will be eating. So we haven't logged anything to eat yet today. It has the exercise, and it has the remaining calories. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to the bottom where it says more. We're gonna click that. On this page, we're going to go down to where it says goals. Okay, and it has our starting weight, our current weight, our goal weight, all that stuff, okay? And our activity is lightly active. Let's click right there. So you have these options: not very active, lightly active, active, and very active. If you want to make the most of your weight loss while using this app, even if you are active, I use lightly active just so that it lowers my calories enough to where I'm going to see the weight loss, but that I'm not starving. So lightly active is a good option to choose, or if you want it to go even faster, but still being healthy about doing it, you can choose not very active. So let's go ahead and hit the check mark saying, okay, that's fine. All right, and it says, am I sure? Yes, I'm sure. Okay, so the next thing we want to go to is calories and nutrient goals. By default, this is how MyFitnessPal is gonna set up your goals. On keto, these are not the right goals. So I'm gonna put in the goals that I use. So first, the calories are fine because I do 1,200 calories. So we're going to start with carbohydrates. Click on carbohydrates, and it's gonna open up this little scroll bar at the bottom where you get to now customize what you want your goals to be. So for my carbs, I'm going to scroll down to 10%. And remember, all the numbers you put here have to equal 100% or won't let you move forward. So then for my protein, it's gonna stay at 20%. And my fat, I'm going to put it at 70%. Now this is what I started off on when I first started doing keto. After a good amount of weight loss, I did readjust my numbers. Now I'm 5% carbs, 20% protein, and 75% fat. But this is where I started, and I lost my first 30 pounds with these percentages. So this is why I'm showing you this today. So we're at 100%. Make sure you don't hit the X, you hit the check mark to confirm that this is what you want. And now all your calories and macros should be updated. Okay, so now that we have that in, we're gonna hit the arrow to go back. And we're gonna go back again. And we're done with more. So we're gonna now scroll down to the bottom and hit diary. So I'm gonna show you guys how to input some food. Okay, here we are. So I don't eat breakfast because I intermittent fast. I have my first meal at lunchtime, which is around noon. So let's just input some things. Not that I'm gonna really eat these things right now, but just to show you how you input. So you're going to hit the add food button for lunch. And let's put no, we're not gonna allow that right now. One way I love to add my food is, which I think is really easy, is by using this little barcode scanner right here. So all food comes with barcodes. So let's tap on the scanner, and it's gonna open up, well, a window. It says it would like to access your camera. Let's say okay. Okay, and I have right here this jar of Skippy Naturals Creamy Peanut Butter. And here's the barcode on back. So hopefully I can get this all in view for you. I'm gonna hover the scanner over it. Let's see. There we go. And you have to hold it just so for it to pick up. There you go. All right, so it says that natural creamy peanut butter has 190 calories. Well, let's check that against the label. Yep, 190 calories. It also says it has 6 carbs, 16 fats, and 7 protein. Let's see. 6 carbs, 16 fats, and 7 grams of protein. So we know we got the right thing there. So a serving is 2 tablespoons. We're gonna have 1 serving, and that is correct. So we hit the check mark to add that, to confirm it, and then that takes us back to our home page. And then it's just showing you some other little note things about it. Okay, another thing, let's try to add something else just to show you guys. So under lunch again, let's use the scanner again. And I'm gonna add these Mission Low Carb Balanced Tortillas that are 4 net carbs. So here's the nutritional value. And where's our barcode? Here's our barcode over here. So let's hover that. Have to stretch it out some. There we go, it found it. Okay, so it says 120 calories for 1 tortilla. Let's check it against the package. 120 calories for the serving size is 1 tortilla. It says it has 19 carbs, 3 fats, 5 proteins. We have 19 carbs, 3 fats, and 5 proteins. Okay, now once again we hit our check mark, and that takes us back to the home page. Now we're gonna add one more thing. Sometimes you may get something like this, a green bell pepper that has no barcode on it whatsoever. How do we search for that? Okay, so let's go back to MyFitnessPal and hit add food. Okay, and up in our search box, we're going to put green bell pepper. Okay, and then we're going to hit search at the bottom. And right here it comes up 1 cup of raw bell pepper. Let's see. Let's scroll down to where we see a generic green bell pepper. 20 calories. So let's click on that. Okay, so we found our bell pepper, and so we're gonna hit the check mark, and that's gonna take us back to our home page. So we have creamy peanut butter, a wheat tortilla, and a bell pepper. Okay, so now we're gonna go down to nutrition. And this is gonna bring up our nutrients for the day. So it pretty much is showing us our calories, where all our calories were spent. It said so far we had all our calories at lunchtime. But what I wanna show you is the nutrients. So today, it says so far we've had 13 protein, 30 carbs, 19 fiber, 6 sugars, 19 fat, and then it goes on and so on down the list. I only pay attention to my fat, my protein, but particularly my carbs. So you may think, okay, you're only supposed to do 20 grams of carbs a day on keto. Well, on keto, what you do is you subtract the fiber from the carbs, and that's gonna give you your true net carbs. So in actuality, so far, I've only had 11 net carbs. Now let me show you your macros. This is the holy grail of keto. So far we've only had 1 meal, so our macros are kind of off balance. So what you're looking at right now is it's saying that you've had 35% were carbs, 50% was fat, and 15% was protein. But you're not finished eating for the day. So don't get freaked out by this screen right here. These percentages in this circle is gonna change the more you log your food throughout the rest of the day. But the main reason why I'm showing you this is because this number right here, your carbs, it said you had 29 grams of carbs. Let's wait for this to focus. All right, 29 grams of carbs. But remember, that isn't going to be accurate because MyFitnessPal doesn't estimate net carbs. It gives you your total carbs and your fiber. So always remember to go back to your nutrients and look at the carbs and the fiber and do the math in your head. So really, you've only had 11 carbs so far. So one thing I do is, let's say I exercised for the day. So I want to input exercise. On your diary page, you scroll down to where you have exercise. Okay, let's say I'm gonna do cardio. Okay, so we're gonna put walking as my exercise. And on the treadmill, I usually walk at 4.0, a pretty brisk pace. Okay, and then they're asking me how many minutes did I perform walking on the treadmill. So I'm gonna put 60 because I usually do about an hour. Okay, and so it shows you that your calories burned for 60 minutes on the treadmill was 424. So we're gonna hit the check mark. Okay, and I don't want them to record my stuff. So at the top now, it's gonna show your exercise. In the beginning, when I saw this on MyFitnessPal, I didn't know any better. So it adds the exercise calories to the amount of calories that you can eat. So instead of me having 1,200 calories, it now said I can have 1,200 and like I have 1,294 remaining. So it's saying that it's giving me 424 extra calories to eat for that day. Don't you know how excited that made me in the beginning? Yes, believe me, I was eating all those calories. It took me a couple of weeks to figure out why would I use that hard-earned time burning off those calories for that day and then just turn around and eat them back again. So I still log my exercise just to see that I exercised that day, but I do not eat those calories. No, no, no. So I pay attention to these first two numbers and I do the mental math in my head that lets me know how many more calories I have left for the day. I do not pay attention to this number over here. If you want to eat those calories, up to you, but I'm just letting you know how I do it. So this is the app that I use to track my calories. I've been tracking my calories since January and I find it very helpful. I started tracking my calories because I thought I was eating healthy and I wanted to know what I was eating, what was in my food, and exactly, you know, how much fat and all that other stuff was in it. And that's when I discovered MyFitnessPal. And I thought, I do not want to log every day. I don't want to do this every day. And it's been a great tool in my weight loss. Oh, just forgot one other thing I wanted to show you. Progress down here. That is going to show you your weight. So because I just logged in today, of course there hasn't been any thing to record as far as weight, but this straight line here will eventually go up and down. Hopefully it will go slanted like that. Not really realistic. It'll have some peaks, hopefully tiny little peaks, but it'll make its way downward. And when you're doing your weight, there's options up here if you want to know your weight for 1 month at a time, or you can choose, you know, to know it 1 week at a time and so on. So I hope this helps you guys. It's helped me a lot. You don't have to track your food in order to lose weight, but it's always nice to know what you're doing. So if you have any questions about MyFitnessPal, definitely leave your questions in the comments below and I'll be glad to get back to you. Thanks so much. Have a great day. See you later.